Hello my acolytes. Following a good response from our most recent video, I'd like to suggest a new direction for this channel, as well as explain what I've been busy with for the last few months. To begin with, I apologise for the absence of a video on April the 1st. I couldn't do it as I've been extremely busy with other duties, including supporting people through painful and precarious conditions, which has in the last few months become a focal point of mine. One that you lot may be able to help with. It's a long shot, but do any of you have a connection with a lawyer from the US that knows their way around laws focused on tenancy and pay-to-own schemes, and/or laws about mentally disabled adults, that could help them and their family advocate for their support? If so, please reach out to me via Discord, as I'd like to try and win over a lawyer with our medical research. A sort of I scratched your back and you scratch mine agreement. I'll explain this in greater detail at some point. Can't say when, but trust me, it will likely come as a shock. Some good news, though, is that I've convinced various people to create and use an organometer for pain relief. To be clear, just conditions that are undangerous and benign, but still a hassle. A good place to start is my involvement with Chuck Swindoll Jr., a scholarly YouTuber who has covered subjects such as the Khazarian Mafia and how people should look after themselves spiritually. In my sitting with him, I've received great advice from him on how to navigate my 2 cases of CPTSD. His channel is linked below. I recommend spending a few minutes observing him, as he has something for almost everyone. I also sat down with various followers of his, one of who reached out to me about getting involved, and discussed the organometer at length with me. Gail, among others, made me feel very welcome and said they'd endeavour to create an organometer. From there, things just got better and better. I kept giving the organometer out to anywhere I could go. In September of 2024, I was invited out to a small film crew. They put 2 of my films up and I gave away some organometers en masse to a crowd of people. I think 9 individuals got serious pain relief that day.
Wow. Or at least those are the ones that came and told you, right?
Well, they came there not expecting it, and they told me they felt better on sight, you know? They didn't know what an organometer was going into it.
Right. Nice.
And they felt better for it.
So how many of these do you think that you've made?
I haven't got a clue. I'll share the results after they come in. I've gained some interest from non-Chuck Swindoll sources. Sadly, they didn't want to mention their conditions to the world, which is fair, but I'm happy to say I have 3 people intent on making one. One seeing us in the comments section, another from working together, and a third who knows me from supporting someone through absolute hell. I find it uplifting that I'm gaining attention by supporting somebody in a dark place, and then using said attention to heal the very people impressed by it. The Tanton report was a large part of why she decided to create one, and by all accounts this looks like a gift that will keep on giving. If you know any veteran support groups, or similar groups that might be willing to do the same, please mention the Tanton report to them. We could do a lot of good here. The second thing I should mention is that following the success of our book video, I've been considering doing the same to every book Reich wrote himself, of which there are many. It could help us all get a better understanding of the human psyche, the organometer, and the fan favourite, the Cloudbuster. Let me know your thoughts on this. I've also been strongly considering dedicating more to the MWO in recent times, which was technically created by Bob Beck, but wouldn't exist without the works of George Lakhovsky. The reason I picked it is that, as with the organometer, it's accessible. The M600 and the Rife Beam are amazing, and certainly earned their place on our channel, but you need a gigantic support system to use one. In the case of the MWO, however, it would be steeper than the organometer, considerably, but not out of reach. Again, I'm not trying to draw people off of taking medical advice from a doctor, I merely want to give them things to consider in their own time. I'd also like to give a heartfelt shout out to the Trebles show. At the time of me recording this, he's due to release our second interview in a few days. I'm looking forward to seeing what people think of it, as he's been a huge help in assisting me with projects of mine, and deserves all the support he can get. Last time I checked, he was ever so slightly south of 600 subscribers. If you're watching this, please go tip the scales.
You've helped save us a soul, man. You should be completely proud of that.
Well, I think she saved herself. I pointed out bits and pieces of the like the do's and don'ts of this thing. Do you qualify? Here's how to do it. That sort of thing. But when it came to patching herself up mentally and emotionally, she was basically single-handed in doing all of that, mending relationships and whatever it took. I don't know exactly what she went through, but it sounded like she was getting maltreatment and social isolation. And I'm just glad for them at this point that things have stabilized. Finally, though I did so in our post, I recommend taking a look at 2 songs by AI Covers 100. They made 2 videos dedicated to World War II heroes who served in medical roles.
Wave after wave they charged again, their shadows filled the sand. A dentist turned to fighting man with a rifle in his hand. You held the line as others fled, their shield against the crush. And countless foes fell where you stood, cut down in fury's rush.
If they won't let the wounded live, he'll meet their charge with steel. Deny the heel, a sacred role is God will make them kneel. Bullets cut the midnight air, still he answered every prayer. Through the darkness, through the roar, he kept asking for one more. Bullets cut the midnight air, still he answered every prayer. Through the darkness, through the roar, he kept asking for one more. No rifle in his hand, faith will guide his stand. Through the fire he roams, saving lives he brings them home. One more through the flame, one more in his name. History will call, Hacksaw Ridge remembers all.
I listened to Just One More when playing TF2. Might not come as a shock that I main medic. By quite a way. Overall, I'm open to new ideas on what to show on our channel. If you have any wishes of what you want to see, tell us below. Thanks for watching.